Hi there! That was the stupidest thing I've ever done. Hey there! What I thought we'd do today, I thought it'd make a good video, is recently I started collecting vinyls and I've been building up that collection for maybe like 2 or 3 months. So my vinyl collection's still in a very premature stage, but I thought it'd be good for me to go through those in a bit more detail, tell you about why I bought them, why they're important to me. So yeah, I've got my vinyl collection down here and let's do this thing. So the first one that I've got here is Motion City Soundtrack, I Am the Movie. Motion City Soundtrack to me have always been a really important band in my life because they were one of the first bands that I ever went to see live. I went to see bands at like arenas and stuff like that, but never went to see a proper live performance, and I went to see Motion City Soundtrack at the Manchester Academy. I always remember stupidly I wore a leather jacket because I didn't really know what it was going to be like, and I pretty much melted. I think I was about 14 years old. By the end I was just a puddle on the floor. They're a great band. I was introduced to them by listening to Mark Hoppus's podcast. They played their track Everything's Alright and I loved it, so it was one of those where instantly I had to go out, get the album, and I've loved them ever since. Then I've got Rise Against the Sufferer and the Witness. For me this is a really important album because it's one of my all-time favourite albums. Rise Against as well are one of my all-time favourite bands. I think for me, in terms of my own music taste, if I had to describe what my ideal band is, I probably would say Rise Against. I love punk and I love that sort of fuck you attitude and everything else, and they're an awesome band and I love them. Got City in Colour, Bring Me Your Love is another one of my all-time favourite albums. I adore this album, I think it's beautiful, almost as beautiful as Dark Green. I am so cool. I think everyone's vinyl collection. You finished focusing? I think everyone's vinyl collection has to have some Rage Against the Machine in it. As a kid, always loved Nirvana. I think a lot of kids did when they were growing up. I watched a documentary about Kurt Cobain and his life recently, going through his childhood, how difficult it was, his struggles with mental illness, his struggles to fit in, and how all he ever really did was wanting to be an artist and make things like paintings and music. And I just think that he was an amazing person, an incredibly talented person, and that for that reason that's one of my favourite albums. I've got a couple of Led Zeppelins as well. Led Zeppelin for me are a massively important band. I was introduced to them by my dad, and they were sort of one of the first bands that I got into from that sort of era, one of the first bands that I got into that weren't from the 90s or 2000s, they were from the 60s and 70s, and I think that was a really important time in the music scale in terms of what we have now was massively influenced by the stuff that was around there, and there's no better example than Led Zeppelin. They're an amazing band. When you look at some of the stuff that they were writing in a bit more detail, and you can just see the sheer genius of it. Next up I've got Jimmy Eat World Futures. I love this album, I think it's amazingly well presented. It's just a beautiful thing to just look at and hold. There's some amazing pictures, and the vinyl's all blue as well. It's awesome. It's a beautiful thing. Same goes for this one. This is one of my favourite more recent albums, and it's Bring Me the Horizons, That's the Spirit. I think this is my favourite album of probably the past couple of years, and it's certainly helped by having just a stunning vinyl. I love it when stuff like this is really well presented. I think it just makes the whole experience that little bit better. I mean, it's a great album. I definitely recommend that if you haven't listened to this, that you go out and make the time to go and listen to it, because it is just an amazing album. I think they're on tour in November, doing arenas. That would be well worth seeing. I saw them at Leeds Festival the year's just gone, and that was amazing. That was incredible. That was the highlight of my Leeds Festival. Got A Day to Remember, Homesick. I love this album just because the artwork's probably one of the coolest artworks in recent times. I love that artwork, and the amount of people that you see with that tattooed is testament to how cool of an album artwork it is. And then we get to Enter Shikari bit, which obviously I've got quite a bit of Enter Shikari. This for me, this album is a massive influence on my life because I remember listening to it when I was probably, how long ago was it? It came out about 9 years ago, so that would have made me 16. And it was one of those albums that just got me, and I started going to see Enter Shikari, loved it, and we've obviously had a growing and flourishing relationship since then, and I would say that album has massively influenced my life, just purely because of the different things that I've done and got to do over the years through Shikari and getting to know them and everything else. I love this as well, the Minesweeper. I bought the full book, and again, this is some of the pictures in here are just stunning. They're just beautiful. I love that. What a great set of pictures that is. That is just awesome. And there's one from Rory's birthday. Let me see if I can find it. It is boiling in here, by the way, absolutely roasting, but I didn't want to open the window because I'd get loads of noise in it and ruin the sound. So that is why I'm sweating a little bit. Bet this is well exciting. A YouTube video of a man reading a book. We really do push the boundaries on this channel. We really do throw the boat out. Push the boat out, throw the boat out, same thing. Do whatever you want with your boat. If you've got a boat, you can throw it out, you can push it out, throw it into the sea, set it on fire, have sex with it, do what you want with your boat. It's your boat. Don't let anyone else tell you what you do with your boat. I got this one from Download when it was Rory's birthday. I was there, I remember that. And I'm pretty sure there's a little blue blob there. I doubt you can see it, but there's a little blue blob there, and I'm pretty sure, remembering where I was stood at the time, that could well be my little blue blob of hair. Got the hospitalised version as well. So yeah, there's a little look into my vinyl chest. What I do tend to do is when I buy new vinyls, I tend to buy them about once a week. I haven't really been doing that recently, but gonna start doing it again. What I do is I post them online. This was just a small selection of the stuff that I've got. So if you do want to keep up to date with the stuff that I buy, the vinyls and the stories behind them, follow me on Twitter. I'm at Dabby and I post them on there I think every Monday. So yeah, that you can keep up to date with the stuff that I'm buying and why I'm buying them, and looking at cool vinyls as well, because who doesn't love vinyls? For me, the reason why I started collecting vinyls and why I wanted them, I did have like one or two. I bought like limited edition stuff that I thought was cool. Never really had a vinyl player. But for me, with the way that music's moving, I stream all my music now through Spotify. And I think that that's the way that music's going, that you don't buy a physical thing, you just stream it all. But for the purists, for the people that love their music, want to support artists, they want to support the acts properly, and they want something physical that they can show for that, I think vinyl's the best way of doing it, because you get the biggest artwork, they're always beautifully presented. CDs, the cases always get battered and smashed and falling apart, and when you get those little cardboard ones, they just get destroyed within like a week. Whereas vinyls it's big, it's proper, and I think that it's just the best way that you can show your support for the band that you like, show your support for the band that you love. So yeah, that's the reason why I love vinyl, because I think it's just a great thing and a great way of enjoying music. I'm going to shut up now because we're finished. Well, thank you for watching. I've been Dabby and you've been you. Feel free to subscribe, like, comment, whatever. Tell me which vinyls that you love, tell me which ones that you've got in your collection in the comments down below. And yeah, thank you for watching, you motherfuckers. I always do that. I'm always really rude at the end. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. Come here. Have a bit of a kiss. Sorry.